Once you understand how capital thinks, you stop asking, is this a good deal? You start asking, what kind of future is being built here? This is the difference between reacting and positioning. Throughout this series, we didn't talk about trends. We didn't chase headlines. We didn't try to predict prices. Instead, we focused on something much quieter. We look at how capital moves, why you trust some systems more than others, why population matters, why predictability is more important than any hype. This series was never really about Dubai. It was about learning to see the world the way how capital sees it. Because capital doesn't guess, capital doesn't hope, and capital doesn't panic. Capital observes structure, and once you see structure, you can never unsee it. Most people feel late to invest, late to move, and late to act. They look back and say, I should have done this earlier. But the truth is more uncomfortable. Most people don't miss opportunities because they're unlucky. They miss them because they wait for emotional confirmation. They wait until everyone talks about it. The media explains it. Friends approve it. Risk feels minimal. But by the time something feels safe, capital already moved. Not because capital is smarter, but because it understands timing differently. How capital sees time. People think in short frames, this month, this year, this cycle. Capital thinks in decades. Capital asks, where will people live in 10 years? Which cities are preparing for growth now? Where is infrastructure being built before pressure arrives? Time is not pressure for capital. Time is an advantage. That's why capital prefers places. The future is visible, not promised, not imagined, but planned. Why Dubai never felt sudden to capital. To many people, Dubai feels sudden. Sudden growth, sudden attention, sudden popularity. But to capital, Dubai never looked sudden, because long before prices moved, Dubai was already building infrastructure, attracting population, designing long-term residency, creating legal clarity, executing large-scale plans. Capital doesn't invest in moments, it invests in trajectories, and Dubai has been on a visible trajectory for years. One of the biggest mistakes people make in confusing momentum with bubbles. A bubble is emotional. It's driven by fear of missing out, cheap debt, short-term thinking, leverage without structure. Momentum is different. Momentum exists when population keeps growing, demand is structural, Capital is passion. Systems are expanding. Dubai's growth looks fast only to those who started watching late. For capital, the direction has been clear for a long time. What positioning really means. Smart investors don't chase opportunities, they position themselves. Positioning means entering before pressure becomes visible, accepting uncertainty early, trusting systems more than sentiment. When you position correctly, you don't need perfect timing. You need direction, and direction comes from population flow, infrastructure planning, policy consistency, and execution. That's why capital doesn't ask, is this the top? It asks, is the system still expanding? Why this matters beyond Dubai? This mindset is not about one city. It applies everywhere. Once you understand how capital thinks, you stop reacting to noise. You stop chasing hype. You stop making emotional decisions. You begin to see which cities are building future, which markets are pausing, which systems are closing, and which are opening. This is not about optimism. It's about clarity. The quiet advantage. The biggest advantage capital has is not information. Everyone has information now. The advantage is calm. Capital doesn't rush. It doesn't argue. It doesn't explain itself. It simply positions quietly and waits for systems to unfold. That's why by the time everyone notices, the work is already done. This series was never about to tell you what to do. It was about to showing you how to see. Because once you understand how capital thinks, you stop asking where to invest. You start asking where people are moving, where the systems are stable, and where the future is already being built. And once you see it clearly, decisions become quieter, calmer, and more confident. Capital doesn't chase opportunities. Capital always follows system, and systems reveal the future. If this series helped you to see the market differently, then already did its job. My name is Elnura Ibraeva, and this channel is about clarity, systems, and how capital thinks. Join my journey and see you on the next one.